Hello and welcome to Lord of the Rings Living Card Game Progression Series. I'm the White Tower Watchman. This is going to be Shadow and Flame Take 2. Okay? In the first take of Shadow and Flame, it was a pretty clean playthrough. It was like 99% good win. However, I used the Wandering Took twice in an incorrect manner. I basically reduced my threat by 3 to give control of the Wandering Took to the second player, raised their threat by 3. That stopped the Balrog from attacking me twice, but the problem is I did it when my threat was 1 and my threat was 2. So technically, I did not pay the cost for all 3 threat. If you do a strict rules interpretation, I played that wrong. So I'm going to do a fresh, clean, legal playthrough. 100% legal. I also discarded the shadow cards, I dealt them in the wrong orders a few times. It didn't end up affecting anything because none of the shadow cards did anything other than add goblins to the staging area. It all would have worked out the same. If that was the only mistake, I would have just made a note in the description box and went on to the next quest. However, the Wandering Took thing is technically an illegal play. I want this progression series videos to be absolutely as close to perfect as possible, so people, beginners, veterans, everybody can watch the series as sort of archival and a deep study of the game to enjoy. And we want every quest to be as perfect as possible, so I'm not going to skip ahead. I'm going to do another Shadow and Flame. As tedious as it may be, because all these quests are about to get really hard. I'm also going to start explaining the new cards in the expansion in different videos. So I'll do a video for all the new cards, and then I'll do another video right after that for the actual quest itself. That way I don't have to, it saves me time. I can put the videos out faster for you guys, and you don't have to listen to 20 minutes of me talking about cards in the beginning. If you don't want to, you just go right into it. Also, these quests are about to get ridiculously hard, and I'm probably going to have to do them multiple times over and over again, so I don't want to explain the cards every single time. This gauntlet of third cycle and Hobbit boxes is way harder than anything we've ever done yet. It doesn't get any easier until you get to, like, I don't know, cycle 4, middle of cycle 4. Well, Voice of Isengard box somewhere, something like that. And even that, those are really gimmicky quests, and if you don't know how to do them, it stays hard. So all the way through up until cycle 6, basically, through Angmar and everything, it stays ridiculously hard. So the saga boxes, everything. So I tweaked the decks a little bit. I'll talk briefly about how I tweaked the decks, but in terms of wanting to know the actual new player cards in the expansion, go ahead and take a look at my first Shadow and Flame playthrough that I'll put a link to in the description box. Okay, we got Timely Aid in here. We're going to try to take advantage of that while the threat's low. We got Donated and Wander, more secrecy. I just put more secrecy in here basically, and tried to fit a few of the spirit cards. And then we have more cheap allies like Veteran Axe-Hand, a second Landreval, second Bjorn, bunch more, fewer events and more attachments. We'll put it that way. Okay, and then other than that, we're just going to go straight into it as I refresh my music really quick. Okay, so just so you guys know, I'm not cheating. I always put my hands back into my deck and shuffle. I can deal with that. Over here. I can deal with that. We'll shuffle there. Okay. As you reach the eastern realm of Dwar Delph, the craftsmanship of the dwarves is proudly displayed with the sound of the drums sound in the deep, and it appears that these halls are infested with orcs. This is nearing the gate. Quest 1A. Remove Dark Pit from the encounter deck and place it aside out of play. Add Durin's Bane to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. There's Dark Pit. There's Durin's Bane. He's engaged with anyone whose threat's over 0. From the staging area, he attacks all players with threat over 0. And we'll shuffle that. Okay, flip. 9 quest points. A crack like lightning sounds before you, and a creature of shadow and flame blocks your way. It's an ancient demon of Morgoth, and its presence explains the massing in Moria. Reduce each player's threat to 0, thank God. Get a free round. Reveal X cards from the encounter deck, where X is 1 less than the number of players in the game. We got 9 quest points to get through. Okay, it's the Goblin Scout. Here we go, round 1. We're going to play Dayron's Ruin. Draw 2 cards, discard 1 card from your hand. We'll discard, this is a tough one. I hate to do it, but we're going to discard her. Okay. Now we're going to play Timely Aid for 1, Secrecy 3. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Put 1 revealed ally into play if able. Shuffle all the other cards back in your deck. So, there's my event. Give me something good. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, I would have liked to play that when my threat was high, but Gandalf's fine. We're going to go Gandalf. Shuffle these all back. Nice. He's going to come into play. He's going to kill this guy. Deal 4 damage when he enters play. Okay. Unless we have a hands upon the bow, then he's not. Nope. Okay. We're going to play this card here on Elrond. That just gives me access to this in case we get doomed. Okay. That's all we're doing over there. This player is going to play... Oh, that's discarded, by the way. This player is going to play the Horn of Gondor. No, but not right now. Not going to play anything. Not a damn thing. Don't need anything. Okay, questing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Cool. Let's go. Ranging Goblin. Steal 1 damage to a hero he controls. Boom. Boom. Gimli. Come on, you know we want Gimli. Durin's Bane gets +3 until the end of the round. First player may remove 1 questing hero he controls from the quest to cancel this. I'm not going to. Inner Flame. That's fine. I'm good with that. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Up against 6. That's 10 progress. That is going to help us out a lot. That discards this. The rear guard. Fire Demon is Durin's Bane. Doom of the Dwarves and the new Lord of Moria. It cannot be destroyed by mere strength of arms. You must find another way to deal with the Balrog as it relentlessly attacks, sword and whip, weaving in a deadly pattern of flame. 16 progress on the rear guard. It says, if at 16 quest points, excuse me. If at least 1 hero committed to the quest this round, place 4 progress tokens on the rear guard, bypassing any active location at the end of the quest phase. That checks at the end of the quest phase, which is basically right now. So we're going to put 4. And that's going to be the quest phase. Let's go ahead and... Do we take a risk, put Ranging Goblin into play here, and then get some more damage on Gimli? Is that what you want to do? Well, he's going to get shuffled back in the counter deck anyway. So, let's refresh. Okay. This is where Regenerate would happen if he had any. We pass the first player token, we raise our threats by 1. This is what's going to be awesome. Gandalf's going to leave play. Oh, this works out so great. At the end of the round, he gets shuffled back in the encounter deck when a character leaves play. It's shuffled back in the encounter deck with the top card of the encounter deck, which is this, which is an awesome card. I don't care if that pops. That's amazing. What a great freaking combo there. Okay, next round, round 2. Man, guys, if we can't beat this one, I don't know. I don't know what we can beat. All right. Well... I mean, I'd be stupid if I didn't play Landreval, right? But I think I'm going to need to get a couple of allies in there to sort of buff him up. We'll put a Horn of Gondor on this dude just to help out. Over here, we're going to play this guy for 2. That's good. And Now we're going to go questing. Let's go quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See if we can get more progress here. That would be wicked. Okay, so each hero taking damage. Each player has to deal damage to a hero. We got the ranging goblin again. I'm fine with that. Okay. He actually helps you with Gimli because he keeps going back in and keeps putting damage on him. 12 against 7, 8, 9. That's 3 progress. And then 4 because we definitely put a hero on the quest, and that's at the end of the quest phase. You do that. Oh, sorry, one more thing, guys. Before the end of the quest phase, I'm going to take an action. Before we put progress, I'm going to take an action. I am going to play Elrond's Council. I forgot I have a spirit icon here. If you control a Noldor character, give another character +1 until the end of the phase and lower your threat by 3. We're going to give Glorfindel a... we control a Noldor, he satisfies that. We'll give Glorfindel +1, or it doesn't matter. Just give it Glorfindel +1, and then lower your threat by 3. So that's back down to 0. So we actually have 13 going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, up against 9. So we're going to make 4 progress. Okay, now we're going to go to the end of the quest phase, and we're going to put 4 progress on because the hero went. So that saves me another round. That's awesome. And then it looks like it seems to be only this player is going to get attacked. So we're going to deal him a shadow card. Now I wish I'd have kept all these guys up. I would gladly have went down to 8 to do a big attack here. Okay, we're going to defend with him. Put a damage on Durin's Bane. Okay, he's destroyed. Triggers Horn of Gondor. That's discarded. Okay. And that's the end of that. So we're going to refresh, regenerate. Next round, round 3. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, in the resource phase, we're going to take an action. We're going to play Risk Some Light. Look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. You may select 1 card and move to the bottom of the encounter deck. By the way, I forgot one thing. When that guy leaves play, this is his shadow card. When this guy leaves play, we shuffle the top card of the encounter deck and the ranging goblin back in the encounter deck, and there's the dude's shadow card. Okay, now we look at the top 3 cards in the encounter deck since we shuffled it up. Well, I'm definitely going to have both of these. Yeah, both these are going to pop. I'm going to leave that as a shadow card. They're going to stay just on top like that. And honestly, if I don't have any events, okay, I do have events, so we can't have counterspell pop. We'll put counterspell will be the shadow card. This will be an encounter card. And that'll be an encounter card, and that works peachy. Okay. Guys, you know what? I'm going to play Gandalf. And I'm not even going to, like, I'm not even going to lower my threat. I'm going to hit this dude. We're going to win this thing. Okay? Probably should lower my threat right there, but screw it. Okay, we got too many sentinels. We're okay. And now over here, I'm going to play Landreval. Alright. While I can. Okay, questing. 3. That's it. Just 3. He gets +3 until the end of the round. I'm cool with that. Second deep. Okay. So we lose by 7. It's going to go to 9. Let's make that easier. Okay. Now, one hero did go, so we put 4 here. There's a crumbling pile of boulders on the edge of a teetering cliff, and it gives you a sudden idea. There are chasms and pits along the path you're traveling. Perhaps a well-timed rock slide could send the Balrog down to the depths below. Boom. Last Lord of Moria. Durin's Bane makes immediate attack on the first player. Add Dark Pit to the staging area. Here we go. I did not mean to do that. He has 4 damage on him. Meant to deal him a shadow card. Wrong hockey. He has, just remember, he has 6 till the end of the round. Okay. And then we add Dark Pit to the staging area. After this attack, we'll just leave it there to remind ourselves. And you know what? I'm going to defend with this guy. Deal of damage. Should be a 5. Sentinel. Okay, we knew that was the shadow card. He gets discarded. We trigger the Horn of Gondor. Guys, this is going to be like a perfect playthrough. This is awesome. Okay. Discard this. Now we go to combat. We'll travel here for sure. Then we're going to deal 2 shadow cards because he's engaged with 2 people. We're going to play Feint. And we're going to say that dude cannot attack this side. He can attack this side, but he can't attack this side. Okay? So he's going to attack. I think Gandalf's going to defend just because he's going to leave play anyway. He is going to die from this, but it's still a better play. I'm giving up a little damage to do this, but I'm going to keep this ally on the field. Okay, he's dead. 5 damage. Trigger Horn of Gondor again. Okay, now we get to attack him because he doesn't attack this side. So he's going to go... Oh, and he's a sentinel too, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for ranged. Do 8 damage. Okay. And over here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When he exhausts, we're going to pull Feint back in our hand. We're going to discard the Horn of Gondor. We're going to, that's 1 time. We can do that 3 times per game is trigger his response. Pull an event back from a discard pile, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, we're going to do that once. It's an errata, you can do that 3 times per game. Even if he leaves play, comes back in, Fortune of Fate, doesn't matter. 3 times per game. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 7 damage. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play Hasty Stroke. After a dwarf deals X damage to an enemy during combat, deal an additional X damage to that enemy. This is going to be 4 more. Sweet. Okay, that's the end of combat. This gets detached, discarded. We refresh. They refresh. Before we have a chance to hit this action, he does regenerate 3. I can take a risk here, and I have to do 8. So basically we can exhaust 3 characters to discard X cards from the top of our encounter deck, which would be 3. And if all discarded cards have a higher combined printed cost than the remaining hit points on Durin's Bane, I win. He gets discarded from play. It's the only way he can get discarded from play. Is the effect on the Dark Pit. That's the only way. But I think I'm going to go 1 more round just to be safe. Just to be safe, I'm going to go 1 more round. Because we've got plenty of allies to soak up whatever's coming. And we got Faint, and I think that's the best play. I don't think there's anything in here that can get us if we go one more round. So we're gonna not take the chance. Yep, and the first two cards on both sides are 1, so that's probably the right play. Okay, now this player is going to play nothing, and this player is going to play this dude. Okay, now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and ready. No, just 7, 8. Actually, before we do that, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. And yeah, that's fine. I think we could even leave one of these guys up. Probably leave 2 of them up. Let's just spend 1 and put Aragorn back up. So 8. Each player must discard 1 ally controls a Fable. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna discard this dude, this dude. No Horn of Gondor because they're discarded, not destroyed. Unless we get another one of those, we're good. Ranging Goblin. Each player must deal 1 damage to hero he controls. We're gonna go Gimli. So you should be at 3. And then we'll go this guy, 3. Alright, so we quested for 8. We're down by 4. Okay. Now we're going to go to combat. And he gets 2 shadow cards. He's engaged with both of us. We're going to play Faint twice, and that's going to be game. I'm not going to take any more chances. We're going to say he can't attack us, and we're going to say he can't attack him. So that is definitely going to be game. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When he's exhausted, we're going to use his ability to pull Faint back in our hand and discard this. So it's 11. We're going to we'll add him in for ranged. 12, 13. It's going to do 10 damage. Perfect. Alright. All shadow cards are going to be discarded at the end of the combat phase. Okay. We're going to ready. We're going to ready. He regenerates 3. We're going to use our Noldors to trigger the refresh action and our Dunedain Wanderer. We'll just do the heroes to be thematic. We're going to trigger this refresh action. Exhaust X characters you control to discard the top X cards of your deck. That's 3. If all discarded cards have a higher combined printed cost than the remaining hit points of Durin's Bane, discard Durin's Bane from play. And we're going to do 3 still, even though all we need is 1, because there is a chance we could pop a 0. So, 1. See? If I'd have done 1. 2. You've got to be kidding me. Thank God. If I would have got 3 zeros there, he actually would have stayed in play. I needed all 3 of them. See what happens? Okay, and you can actually build your deck to, like, it's harder to play it this way, but you can build your deck with, like, high-cost characters like Beorn and Mardus Stargazer to put them to the top of your deck. But anyway, that's 4, which is more than his hit points. He has 0 hit points remaining. It discards them from play. And that is Shadow and Flame, a clean win. You do not have to get that progress to win. You just have to discard Durin's Bane. But even if we did, I could easily, like, Faint and pop this guy with Legolas and well, I guess we'd have to get through this too, wouldn't we? Yeah, but you don't need that progress to win. You just need to discard Durin's Bane. That's it. And that's going to be game. Gimli got bloodied as he's supposed to, and Glorfindel took couple hits from those ranging goblins are the only damage that got to our heroes, but that's how we want to play it. Really clean win. That really, guys, the Gandalf in the first round from or second round from what's it called? That new card that I added is what made this whole thing work, because it just put us ahead questing. This card right here, I think I pulled 2 of those. Yeah, I played 2 of them. Well, I didn't play. I used this one to as its cost to take out Durin's Bane, but I played this one at the beginning, put that Gandalf in play. Psh, that put us so far ahead. That's such a good card. And then you could even later in the Hobbit boxes, I think in the very next release we get you get the one where it's a 0 cost. You exhaust 2 allies. You discard the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you put into play any ally whose printed cost is equal to or lower than the printed cost total of the allies you discarded. So that works well with them, and it's all in secrecy, so it's cool. So yeah, that's Shadow and Flame. Very clean playthrough. We actually beat it in not even 4 complete rounds. If everything goes your way in this one, you only need 1 big attack, or 2 or 3 at most, like huge attacks. But you have to have him locked down. You have to have everything going your way. So that is Shadow and Flame. We'll see you next time for the Hobbit boxes. Over in Underhill and on the doorstep. Technically, Heirs of Numenor did release slightly before on the doorstep. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the Hobbit boxes. For the second Hobbit box, we are going to include the Heirs of Numenor as legal in our card pool. But then we're going to go play the Heirs of Numenor after the Hobbit boxes. And those are the only boxes I'm going to be playing in this, as far as I'm sure of right now. I believe those are the only Saga boxes I'm going to be playing within these progression series. I'm going to save the rest of Saga for the very end in a campaign. Okay, and then we'll roll back the card pool progression style as we go, once we've gotten to see the rest of the game. So Hobbit box 1 is next. Over in Underhill, quest is We Must Await Your Break of Day. We'll see you next time. I'm the White Tower Watchman, and that is one dead Balrog.